Today's interview is with a teacher in media program. Could you please introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, so I'm TS Zakiam Delana, so I'm one of the lecturers in social media and communication at school. So basically I'm teaching 2D animation, visual communication, 3D animation and innovative media, some part of innovation thing in this school.
Okay, about the first question, what do you think of the phenomena of supporting actors all over the world?
Okay, so from my opinion, lately the supporting actor taking the lead from the main actor because they probably sometimes shine a little bit more from the main actor. For example, I do watch Squid Game lately in Netflix. So there's a main character who do gamble and wanted to stop the game and so on. But however, they come up with the second supporting actor, which is the transgender role that catching the attentions towards the audience because of the very opposite and very determined the character is compared to the other character. For example, the main character maybe are not brave enough, but the supporting character, even though she's a transgender, but she's able to compete with the main role of this movie.
Next, how would you define successful supporting actors?
Successful supporting actor, meaning that, for example, you have the antagonist acting role, for example, a bad person, and you really hate that person so much, but at the end of the day, maybe that person turned into someone opposite than that. So the audience might turn to like the supporting character. That's the main thing. It's turned out to be a successful supporting actor.
That's great. Why do some supporting actors raise more?
They resonate more lately because of the the trends of the audience needs and the audience wants is a little bit different from last time. So during my time, millennial generation, so most of the audience feel that they just watch a normal movie. But nowadays, I think like Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and above, they seeking for something else, which is that is more challenging, more unique in style of delivering the story, not the cliche one like the normal one that is predictable for the audience.
Number four, do you think that the writer intentionally makes things happen for the supporting characters?
Uh, for the Western movie, I think sometimes they purposely do this kind of thing. They wanted to make the supporting character overshine. Not really saying overshine, but standing aligned with the main character because every each of the actor in the movie have their own fans. So that rather than just liking the main actor, so they giving the opportunity to the other audience to like some other character that are available in that movie. From my opinion.
Number five, does the hit of the supporting characters affect the area of protagonist?
It depends on the movie itself actually. If the supporting character is the antagonist, so but at the end of the day it's a twisted for the movie, the audience may like the antagonist character, however. But the if the supporting character is like a little bit more unshine than the main character, this doesn't really affect the aura for the main character.
Number six, what do you think of the phenomena of second creation of supporting characters by drama fans?
Second creation, what do you mean by second creation?
It's being use the movies and do edit.
Editing?
Yes.
Oh, so they're like focusing on this kind of actor because they like this actor so much like that. And I think there's no issue because every actor has been paid for the job. So either it's protagonist or antagonist, so they have their own fans.
Number 7. As a teacher, how would you discuss this phenomenon in your class?
How am I going to discuss this? Is actually very easy. I just wanted to know where my student hits at, whether they like the antagonist or protagonist, or maybe they would prefer the actual actor itself rather than if the actor normally played as a protagonist, but suddenly they twisted into antagonist, but they still like them. It's depend on that. So I wanted to know if some kind of like a research, we wanted to know what is their acceptance towards this role for the protagonist and antagonist. Is it by the acting style of the character itself, or maybe because of the actor itself?
Number 8. What does the popularity of small roles tell us about television industry?
The popularity of a small role, basically we can't really say small role, but because some actors, all are actors, but just that based on the popularity. But from my opinion, this small role sometimes giving a big impact to the society. For sometimes maybe this kind of character created just to let this character die at the middle of the story and give us such a big impact towards the movie. For example, there's a one character, very small character, as a supporting heroes, and rather to sacrifice himself to rescue someone. So this kind of giving extra impact, and of course this will like become more popular rather than the main character that may live until the end of the movie.
Number 9. Have you observed supporting roles influence in different cultures?
In different cultures, most likely from my observation, in Malaysia, this like a different kind of style of fans that liking the role of the actor and everything. But for K drama, Western drama, I think this kind of thing is happening because people are creating this supporting role preference. They, for example, like if you watch, do you watch K drama?
Um,
Any K drama? For example, I watched The Glory, so that's movie is about someone has been bullied in their school and then she's wanted to take a revenge for that one. So the supporting actor, the antagonist, become more popular because of outside of that acting world, he is such a very gentleman person, very sweet. So people tend to like him. Despite of the antagonist character in the movie.
I watched all the about the love and about the bullying. The last question is, how do you see the future trend of supporting characters?
The future trend of the supporting character, I think, might be evolving nowadays because of most of the fans or audience more observe, more open up towards what they see and what they saw, so they comprehend bit by bit of the movies based on the true story, based on demand, based on whatever they like. So the future trend of supporting character might be increased in the future or might be disappear based on I don't know our trend lately. But I think in the future 3 to 4 years, maybe it will rising up because people tend to recognize not only the main character but the supporting character also is one of the important character in the movie.
Okay, this is the end of the interview. Thank you for sharing today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.